Hey, kia ora, Helen Browns here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1305. A quiet day. Yes, it was a very quiet day today. I had plans. We talked about this yesterday about how, I just woke up yesterday and started doing this. Oh, before we get started. Now, yesterday I announced that we had I had set up and opened an Etsy store yesterday, right? I woke up this morning, I had my first order already. I was like, what? This is insane. So I opened up my Etsy store yesterday. I woke up this morning, there was a notification saying, congratulations. You've had your first sale. I was like, what? Went in there, sure enough, somebody had been in and purchased something. So that was really cool. That was totally unexpected. I didn't know how long it would take to get the first sale, but that was cool. That was cool. So to the individual who was my first client, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, that was a very nice surprise to wake up to. So yeah, if you want to check out my Etsy store, it's in the description below. It's beforethedirtnap.etsy.com. But it's in the description down there. But yeah, so today's been a very quiet day. I didn't have breakfast till like around 6 a.m. You all thought I was going to say something later, didn't you? I had breakfast around 6 a.m. this morning, and then I was sort of like, I feel, how sometimes when you're sitting there, but you don't feel like you're together, like the brain's detached or something. How do you describe it? You're sitting there and you can feel everything, but the brain doesn't feel like it's here. It feels like it's looking from up here somewhere. That kind of disassociated feeling. You ever had that? And that's kind of what I felt like this morning. And I was sort of like, yeah, I feel like I've eaten. I had definitely eaten my breakfast. But then I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's the head that didn't feel like it was on the shoulders. And I'm like, this feels just weird. I'm going back to bed. So I did. I went back to bed. It was just this disassociated feeling. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't like this. I'm just going to go back to bed. So I did. I went back to bed and slept for a couple of hours, and then woke up and just laid there and read for a while, and then thought, well, we should get up. Yeah, okay, we should. So I got up, went to take a shower. My water tank was empty. I was like, oh crap. Yeah, so then we had to get dressed so we could go fill that up. So emptied the black tank, filled up the water tank, the white holding tank. I filled that up, and we'll get a full shower in tomorrow. But we just sort of like bummed around, and I opened up, and because the sun was out and I remembered my hyacinth, I opened up the window over there and had because there's a little windowsill thing there, and put a couple of things on the windowsill so it was up more into the whole vase thing was more into the sun than just about this much of the top. It was, yeah. And so it was sitting in the sun all morning and things like most of the morning. And then I was like thinking, and one of my laundry bags had made it out by the door there. It's still sitting by the door there. And I thought, well, I've got to go take the trash can. I got to go take the trash out because I was stinking a little bit. So I figured I'd go take the trash out, and so I put it in the car. But I also grabbed my my day pack and threw in my Kindle. I already have a notebook in there and all that sort of stuff, and so threw my Kindle in there, and I thought, I'll just go for a little drive. And I thought, I really want an ice cream. And I know I'm not supposed to be having sugar and dairy and all that stuff right now. And I was like, damn it, I'm going to go do it. And so drove up to the Dairy Queen and got a blizzard. It was an Oreo hot cocoa blizzard, and had a lot of Oreo chunks in there, a lot, like all the way down to the bottom. And I only got the medium size. But went and sat in the parking area there and ate that and watched what was going on, and could see this police truck. It was and it was a pickup truck with all the police markings on in the far side of the parking lot. And so the way I was facing, I had a good view of everything going on, and there was a lot of comings and goings in that parking area. Like the Dairy Queen sits over here, and then there's this massive big parking area. And there was an RV sitting, no, not an RV, a tow trailer was over there, and the trailer camper was over there in that corner. And there's just a lot of cars coming and going past that area. And so it was a good place just to sit and watch some nice cars go by. And then this SUV pulls up near the cop truck, and it was just a plain marked SUV, and this family gets out. And I thought, oh, and then the officer gets out of his thing, but they were way too far away for me to actually see what was going on. But I thought, oh, maybe, Dad's parked up for the afternoon or something, or on a break, and they've all come down to visit him while he's on duty and see how he's doing. And maybe they bought him, I don't know, a picnic or something. I don't know what was going on over there. This is just the imagination running away. But it all looked very good, very peaceful and everything else. I just thought, well, maybe the family's come visit him while he's on patrol. Excuse me. And then I ended up doing this great big long drive back. I was up near the dog park where I take Zeffy, and so I ended up going past the dog park, the park where I take Zeffy, and getting onto the 303 and taking that all the way back down to Bell, and then getting onto Bell from there and heading towards home. And then I thought, I really feel like, where would I find a good barbecue place? I just had this craving for barbecue. And I thought, where would I find a barbecue? I could actually go sit I could actually either walk into a place and place an order and go sit there and eat it, or take it away and bring it back over here. And so I ended up going down to P83, which is this huge, massive shopping area near Bell and the 101. And was driving through there, and I even stopped and had a look, and I was going to barbecue business, but this one closes in like 15 minutes. And I checked its website. It was a barbecue supply place. I was like, yeah, no. But I had a look around, and I ended up just driving past everything and coming back home again. I thought, oh, maybe I'll stop and get some takeout. And I turned before I got to where all the takeout stuff was. And even when I was in the parking area and stuff, I was driving along trying to find one of these barbecue places, not having much luck. Couldn't even find the one that actually had the actual grills and stuff in it, but not that I needed that. And I saw Habitat across there, and I thought, oh, I haven't had that in ages, and I love their tri-tip sandwich. I thought, oh, I'll go over there now. I've got to figure out how to get over there. So I went down, found a place where I would then cross the road on a traffic light, and I could then come back again, and drove right past it. Didn't even see the sign to pull off for it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to stay where I am. I'm going to head home, and if I pass the takeout place on the way home, and I don't care what fast food it is. And I ended up turning down the street before I got to where most of the where there was a what was it, an Arby's and a McDonald's, and going way past all of that stuff there, and came home and no takeout. All I had gone out today and done, I filled up my car with gas. That was the first thing I did. Totally forgot about that one. And then I went and got my Dairy Queen ice cream, and that was it. I did not purchase anything else while I was out. I passed some of my favorite restaurants like Red Robin. I haven't had a bonsai burger with an egg in I don't know how long, and I absolutely love their steak fries with their seasoning on it and ranch dressing. And as I was coming on Bath, I knew that was coming up, and I was like, oh, I'll go stop in there and I could go drove right past. And then I thought, and then I saw something else coming up, and I thought, oh, I even saw where Cracker Barrel was. I knew where that was. And I saw the street coming up for it, and I thought, oh, I could, I was in the right-hand lane to turn. I could easily turn right. And I thought, oh, Cracker Barrel, yeah, that would be good. And drove right past the end of the street. I did that with everything. As I was thinking, oh, that would be real. Oh, maybe we should try that. Oh, I'll get that. And I drove past everything, came home with no food. I thought, that's okay. I've got plenty here. I've got tuna. I've got my protein shakes. I could make myself a tuna melt if I wanted to, but I've already had enough dairy today, so I'm not doing any more dairy. And so I was just thinking, there's plenty of stuff here. I don't need to go buy anything else. And I'm even looking at the time. It's 7:30, and by the time I get out to the main road where there's any restaurants or anything else, and finally find one that I pull into the parking lot and all that and get in there, it's going to be after 8 o'clock, and I don't like eating that late. Yeah, I don't like eating that late. So I'm just gonna have a nice quiet. But when I got back here, I was so exhausted. I think it was just all these battles going on in my head. Oh, maybe we should do this for dinner. Maybe we could do that for dinner. We could do it as an early dinner. We could go there. You don't have the dog. You can go to this restaurant. You can go to that restaurant. I was thinking, it'd be nice to take myself out for dinner. Where should we go? And I was going, I know, we'll go here. And going right past it. Oh, okay. Didn't really want to go there anyway. So, past Coco's a couple of times, and they have this really cool portobello mushroom. No, what is it called? Oh, it's this really cool burger that has mushrooms and mushroom cheese and steak burger or something like that it's called. And it's a really good thing. And I thought, ooh, that would be good. But of course, whenever I've always had that, you got to have the piece of Dutch apple pie to go with it. And I thought, no, that's just too much sugar. I was sitting and going, no, I can't do that, because then I'd order this, and that's just too much sugar. And we've had enough sugar today with the ice cream. So, but yeah, it was interesting just justifying why I could not go to a place, because knowing, I would order what I would typically order when I was there. And I haven't been to a Coco's in, when was the last time at Coco's? I don't even remember the last time I was in it. I think Brad might have been alive when I was last in a Coco's, because there was one that wasn't far from us that we like to go to. I would get my mushroom burger, and he would get whatever he wanted, usually some fish thing. And then we'd both have a piece of Dutch apple pie afterwards with ice cream. And so I didn't want to be tempted with dessert. The things that you tell yourself while you're driving and trying to justify why you need to stop at a place, or why it's not a good idea to stop at a place, and all that sort of stuff. So I went out, I had my Dairy Queen got my Dairy Queen ice cream, and went for a drive, came home, was absolutely exhausted. By the time I got home, and I had that disassociated feeling, like I felt like I was here and I was present and I was floating. And so I thought, yeah, I think it's about time I just went and had a lay down. And so I did that, and I woke up 20 minutes ago. Yeah, about 20 minutes ago. So, yes, we still got a little bit of that disassociated thing going on, but that's okay. And we still got the croaky voice, because we still have all the coughing going on. So we're doing our job of trying to stay as hydrated as we can. Just before I came on air, I just had a glass of the LMNT electrolytes, and those were yummy. That was lemon and lime, citrus, I think it was. But of course, it has a very strong salt flavor to it because it's all electrolytes. So it's been a very quiet day, but it was good. Laundry's still not done. I think I'm actually going to shock you people when I come along and go, I did my laundry. That's really going to shock people. It's going to shock me too. So laundry and bathrooms are two things I absolutely hate. I don't mind washing dishes. I have no problem washing dishes, drying dishes. I have no problem cooking and baking or any of that. But laundry and bathrooms, yeah, no. They are not my forte at all. At all. So I do have to, and it's just the thought of, like, I got to put the laundry in the car, and then I got to drive the car over to the main building, which is half a mile from here. And, or is it a mile? I think it's only half a mile. And then, but the good part is I can actually look on my little app and see how many machines are empty, are in use at the time. So I know that if there are a lot of people in there or not. So if there's not many machines open, then I don't go. Yeah. If there's a lot of machines open, I'll usually go over at that point. But hey, one bag of laundry's made it out here, which is more than what happened yesterday. Because yesterday morning, there was no bag of laundry out here. Last night when I did my life, there was no bag of laundry out here. So one bag made it out. And I thought, oh, maybe I could actually get my laundry done. Now tomorrow will be a good day to do that. But we'll see what we do. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm done with this COVID thing. That's why it's not COVID day 11. Told you yesterday, day 10, we're done. We are moving on. Everything's come back. Everything's normal. Negative tests, everything. Just got this cough left. Although today, nope, still got a right blood. The sinus is blocked still. So the sinus is blocking. And, yeah, so now I'm going to go and make protein shakes for dinner. And throw some, and of course I always make my protein shakes with coconut water as well, which is full of electrolytes. So getting back into got to counter all that sugar that I had today. Yeah, probably was a mistake, but it was worth it. It was actually pretty yummy, that blizzard. But hey, I got my ice cream. Now I got a hankering for barbecue. I want to sit down with a barbecue platter that has, burnt ends and ribs and shredded pork. I don't know. I just want some good barbecue. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to text Eileen and say, where's a good barbecue place? See if she knows. Yes, if anybody's in the Sun City, Surprise, Peoria area, what's a good barbecue place to go to? And it can either be sit-in and dine or take out. I don't care which. But I'd like to have the option to take out if I can. I still have this thing about sitting in restaurants by myself. And it's always good when I do it. And when I'm sitting there and I'm actually there in the restaurant and I'm sitting there and going, why don't I do this more? Look, this isn't too bad. I can do this. Why can't I do this more often? And then it'll be months before I do it again. I can't even tell you. Yeah. Oh, I could do Panda Express. They do really good teriyaki chicken. Too late to go get that now. We'll leave that for tomorrow. Anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow around 6 p.m. Pacific. Hei konera.